Episode 34. Arsenal 1, Chelsea nil. What did I expect? You know, what did we really expect? For the whole week, I'm saying to myself, we're going to get battered. I'm not excited for this game. For some reason today, I wake up with a little bit of positivity. I'm thinking, you know what? I feel good today. I've got a good feeling. Don't know why. For the last 3 games, we've been shit. Our football's been poor, boring. But for some reason today, I've got a good feeling, and I think that's because Arsenal haven't been great themselves. They haven't got a striker. We haven't got a striker. They've been struggling. We've been struggling. We can nick it today. How are we nicking it? Is the question. How are we nicking it? I think we had one clear cut chance today. A shot from a left back. Our left back had the biggest chance of the game. What can I say? That's probably the worst London derby that I've ever seen in my lifetime. £1.5 billion spent, £750 million of that on kids that we don't even know. No striker. An opportunity in January to get a striker. Didn't take it. Since then, we've spent £100 million on 3 kids again. Piss take. Then you got Arsenal, £850 million spent. Over 5 years, granted. No recognised striker. What are we doing? That is terrible. For a London derby, both clubs struggling with no striker. And then you look at the Madrid derbies during the week and look at the difference, the contrast. There's no way you can tell me that the Premier League is the best league in the world at the moment. It's completely in the bin. The football's rubbish. Look at the league table. It's all over the place. All the traditional top 6 clubs completely fallen off the cliff. Liverpool have been consistent. Well done. They're going to win the league. But I've just watched them play in the Carabao Cup final. Two decent teams with a little bit of fight, a little bit of heart, connected with their fan base, wanting to win a trophy, doing it for the badge. And never guess what? The number 9 pops up with an instinctive goal, smashes it in, first time. They win 2-1. That's their first trophy in God knows how long. And I tell you now, that is the first trophy for them, and the rest is coming for Newcastle. That's just the beginning. That's the start. The smell of success, they've seen it. And you watch the derby today, the London derby, the strikerless derby. Poor. Now, I'm going to reiterate, I don't think Arsenal were bad. I don't think Chelsea were bad. But nobody was exceptionally great. Nobody was exciting to watch. It was a bang average performance from both sides. And you've just got to walk away from that and say, you know what? Fair play, Arsenal. You got the job done. And that's all that matters. They've got the 3 points and we've walked away from with nothing again. Our record against the top 6 under Enzo Maresca has been shocking. Our record against Arsenal in recent years has been shocking. We haven't won an away game at Arsenal since 2021. It's just not good enough. And the standards continue to slip. I've got Chelsea fans online saying, oh, it was only 1-0. Last year we lost 5-0. I'll take that. Are you fucking taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? I had to call him out. He blocked me. Fuck him. Idiot. Don't need that in our fan base. He's perfect for the Brighton model. He'll have you think that we are Brighton, fans like that. Oh, I'll take a 1-0. We had 60% possession. Fucking loser. Loser mentality. Chelsea fans lying to themselves. Absolutely lying to themselves. The fan base have pissed me off today more than that result. I've been arguing all week with Chelsea fans about Enzo Maresca because I said that he's not meeting the standards of this club. What standards? We haven't won a trophy, the league, since 2017. No. But we've been the most successful club over the last 20 years until last season. when Man City overtook that. And now I'm supposed to accept, oh, we only lost 1-0. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And I don't understand how certain fans support their clubs. They get infatuated with managers, they get infatuated with certain players to the point where they can't even judge the manager like they judge a player. You could see a player play all season, they could win the league, and you could still turn around and say he had a shit season. I had someone tell me, we're still top four and we're in the Europa Conference League next round. That's what matters. Bullshit. Look at this manager's performance up to date and tell me what you think. For me, he has not done good enough at all. To the point where if we do achieve our objectives, the minimum objectives of top four and a trophy, this guy's employment needs to be reviewed. Because there's some serious warning signs on his mentality as a coach, his ability to change things, and his just key decision making in general. Let's start with the lineup of this team today. Rob Sanchez in goal. Now, guaranteed about 9 games out of 10, this guy will make 1 or 2 mistakes. Whether or not it leads to a goal or not, he will make 1 or 2 mistakes guaranteed per game. And he'll have the odd game where he doesn't do nothing. Guaranteed. And I've banged on about it for the whole season that De Zerbi got rid of this goalkeeper for that reason. He said he makes a mistake every single game. Why do I play him? Replaced him at Brighton. We sign him. Pathetic. I thought we were signing him as a backup goalkeeper. He's our number one. Jorgensen just came into the team. What did he do to get kicked out of the first choice goalkeeper? What did he do? No idea. Now, I don't think Jorgensen's necessarily the saviour in that goalkeeper position, but he's better than Robert Sanchez. And the thing is, he might not be as good as him, but you can't trust Robert Sanchez at all. He's guaranteed to make a mistake, and he did it today. Luckily, they didn't score from it. The back part, the passing out the back, I think it went straight to Trossard. Then the flapping at crosses and knocking it down to their players that led to chances. Luckily, it wasn't a mistake from him that led to the goal. The next one, Badiashile. Someone tell me why this guy's playing. Like, what is this manager seeing to start this player? Can't pass a ball. You can see, where am I going? Where am I running? That's what you get from him every single fucking game. Gets skinned by Martinelli. Does him. Leads to the corner. Goal. Shocking, honestly. He in that first half was about a 2 out of 10. He was that bad. He didn't sub him off either until right at the end, which was another pointless fucking decision. 85th minute, you're bringing on Tosin for Badiashile. What is the fucking point? Is he going to change the game? Like, what is that about? No Palmer today. Resting a hamstring because he felt it got a bit tight. He's got muscle fatigue in his hamstring. But he played midweek. He brought him on in midweek. Like, am I the only one seeing this? Or am I going fucking mad? Your best player, yeah? One of your most important players that you rely on, and we're up against second place in the league, who beat us 5-0 last season, and he needs to rest his muscles, so you bring him on for 45 minutes against Copenhagen during the week. So now he can't play. Make it make sense. And I'm the one that's entitled, because I'm calling this stuff out about Enzo Maresca. I'll hold my hands up and tell the truth. I thought he was brilliant at the start of the season, but the more and more this season has gone on, the more I started calling it out. I started calling it out in December when he started coming out in his press conferences talking shit because he shit the bed, because he realised, oh shit, I'm at a top club here and we're in second place. So I've got to try and do something to make sure that we stay in second place. Otherwise, my job's on the line because they will come for me if it all goes wrong. So I tell you what I'll do. I'll lower the expectation. I will destroy their confidence. I'll tell them they're not good enough. I'll tell them they're not ready. I'll throw my players under the bus while I'm doing it. And then I'll come out to the fans and tell them that top four wasn't even the target. Are you taking the fucking piss? 20 years of being the most successful club in England to turn around and tell me that top four wasn't even the target. That is the bare minimum for a club of Chelsea's stature. That is the bare minimum. And I've got fans telling me, but we're there, we're still there. I don't care. I don't care. That is the bare minimum. Even if you achieve it, that job needs to get reviewed. Because I can't believe it. Can't believe what I'm seeing. The fans have wound me up more than the result today. That result now puts us in. Luckily, I'm telling you now, we're fucking lucky that Man City have been shit as well. So lucky. Let me just get up the league table now and what that does for us. So obviously we don't move anywhere. Liverpool top of the league on 70 points. They're 12 points ahead of Arsenal with 9 games left to go. It's looking very, very tight in terms of, well, when I say tight, I mean like there's not really a chance, in my opinion, that Arsenal can come back and win this league over what we've got left. 9 games remaining, 12 points. Liverpool only need to win 4 games maybe, and that's done. And that's done. Unless we see a monumental collapse. We've seen them lose the Carabao Cup today. We see them go out against PSG. Unless we see a collapse and we see Arsenal do bits from now on. We've seen Liverpool do it before. Then Liverpool have got the league. But I'm not surprised. The league's been fucking shit. We've got Nottingham Forest sitting in third. Fair play to them. They've had probably the best season out of anyone. And then you've got us. So you've got Arsenal on 58 points now. They're 4 points clear of third place. They're now 9 points ahead of Chelsea, who are sitting in fourth. And behind us are Man City on 48 points. So we got away with one this weekend. But Newcastle play with a game in hand. They can go above us and Man City, drop us down to fifth. And again, we've got lucky in that there's a fifth place now being offered to a Champions League spot. I don't even care if we achieve Champions League. If we get the fifth spot, and we achieve Champions League, I don't care. For me, the objective is top 4 and a trophy. If that ain't met, he goes. Regardless, he goes. If he achieves it, it needs to be reviewed. It all depends on what he does from now on. I've always kept an open mind and said, listen, don't sack him now because it'd be ridiculous. If we sacked him now, it would be the stupidest thing to do. He's got to the end of the season, but he has to do better. And that's all I've been calling out for, him to do better. And we haven't seen it. Let's do the lineups. I'm starting to waffle a little bit. So we'll do the Arsenal team, yeah? Now, this is the difference for me and Chelsea at the moment. As a fan, when you watch a game of football, you can, I say this, you can feel. You know what I mean when I say feel. Maybe it's a recognition. You can recognise what team is stronger than the other. I look at the Arsenal team with Raya in goal, Lewis Skelly left back, Gabriel Saliba centre back, Timber at right back, Odegaard, Partey and Rice, Martinelli, Marino and Trossard. And I think they're a stronger side than Chelsea. You can tell that they've been playing together for a while. They look like a tight-knit unit. Arteta's got them well trained under his tactics. There's a togetherness about them. You can tell that they're strong as a team. The one thing that I think they're lacking is probably a little bit more creativity in a 10 and a striker. If they can sort that out, I genuinely believe that Arsenal can win the league. Will they do that? Who knows? Is it too late for them? Who knows? There's other teams now that will be creeping up wanting to get revenge. Man City. No doubt that we will try and do something in the in the summer transfer window to try and maybe compete. Maybe I say maybe as in I don't know with this club. They'll probably tell us that top four is the target next year. Liverpool want to go again. Man United want to go. Like all of these teams will want to go again. I can't see Man United competing for the title for a while, but is it too late for Arsenal? But for me, they're a solid team, and you can tell the difference when they're playing. You can tell that there's a strength about them. They've got the best defense in the league. That's a given. Good midfield, just lacking the striker. And then the difference from Chelsea, we've got good individual players. I'll be real with you. As a team, we don't look like we're with it at the moment. Start of the season, we looked like we could play. We had some tactics about us. We was outplaying opponents. Right now, for me, I just feel like these players are just doing everything to stat pad to make it look like we're doing the right thing without doing the right thing. The right thing would be get the ball in the back of the net and stop it from going in your goal and win the game. It's all about keeping possession, having the most passes, most completed passes, most crosses, most chances, most shots on goal. But none of that seems to be leading to a goal. So we do well in that that department, sorry. 60% possession against Arsenal away. Away. Well done. Let's get a trophy for that. That doesn't do you anything. We've lost the game 1-0 because we can't mark at corners. Got Reece James smashing into Nkunku. I tell you what, though, the pundits at the half time, they made a good point about Nkunku moving back into the space where he shouldn't have been. And Marino lobbing the goalkeeper that useless fucking thing in goal. But yeah, we start with Sanchez in goal. No idea where he started. No idea. I thought Jorgensen had done enough. For some reason, he's no good. And now Enzo Maresca needs to die on that sword because how can he drop Sanchez now? How can you just keep changing your goalkeepers now? So that one's going to remain in it. That's going to be him for the rest of the season. He made about 3 mistakes in that game that could have led to goals. Luckily, didn't. Made one good save. I'll give him that. Fofana at right back. Thought he had a good game today. One of the players that's up for it. Little bit of shithousery. Silly yellow card. Got lucky not to get a yellow card before that. Badiashile. Just fucking horrendous. He needs to leave. I've had enough. Get rid. Get rid. Not good enough. Will never be good enough for this club. Just not good enough. Levi Colwell. Thought he done all right today. Won a lot of aerial duels. Thought he done okay. Cucurella. Done okay. That's what I'm saying. Don't think anyone really. I don't think in either team really played bad, other than Badiashile, who I thought was the worst player on the pitch. I don't think anyone really stood out. I don't think anyone really played bad, other than Badiashile. The team's pretty average. Everyone was pretty average. Nothing exciting. Reece James in the midfield. Again, another strange decision from Enzo Maresca. Decides to start trying out our England right back. Yeah, he's played right back since he's made his professional debut at Chelsea. Yeah, in midfield, he's trying it like this with when we're when we're at the last stretch of the season. He thinks it's a good idea to try new things and play Reece James in midfield. Just fucking don't make sense to me. Although I'll give him his credit, I actually do think Reece James done okay today. Thought he done all right. Caicedo, good performance. Sancho and Kunku, both of you. See you later. Just not good enough. Don't impact the game at all. We've ruined, well, I say we've ruined Nkunku's career. He had injuries at Chelsea, and it hasn't worked for him. That's clear. Enzo Maresca's management of this player has been absolutely disgraceful this season. No wonder he's not playing for us. No wonder he don't give a shit. Throughout the whole of January, he was linked with a move away to PSG or linked with moves to Bayern. Enzo Maresca not playing him for the whole season, just playing him in fucking Conference League. Why should he bother? Why should he give a shit? This guy's actually a good footballer. He's got something about him. Maresca couldn't utilise him. Didn't want to play him. And now we are where we are. Doesn't affect anything. Don't change the game. No impact. Same with Sancho. Absolute waste of space. Came in, got what, 3 or 4 assists in his first few games. Since then, absolutely no impact at all on the game. Doesn't change the game, doesn't grab the game by the horn. What's the fucking phrase? Don't know the phrase. Doesn't grab what's the fucking phrase? Ball by the horns. I think that's the phrase. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't change a game. He's not scary to defend against. You know he's just going to run down the line, not try and beat his man and cut back. Does it 9 times out of 10. Nothing about him. Slow for a winger. I've never seen a winger so slow. Enzo Fernandez in the 10 today. Wasted. Wasted in the 10. Neto up top. Just chasing shadows. Got no chance. I felt sorry for him because he gets a lot of stick, Neto. People say that he's a flop. I actually like Neto. I think he's all right. People say that he's a flop. I thought he was very positive today. When he had the ball, trying. How can I credit him for trying? Because that's all he can do in this situation. Just try. It's embarrassing. Like, we have fallen off an absolute cliff from the start of the season. Absolutely fallen off the cliff. And I stand by it. I blame a lot on Enzo Maresca for his press conferences and his attitude. And, it's rubbed off on these players. He's killed them of their confidence. And we are where we are. Who have we got next? We're going into the international break now. Oh, Man United are winning 1-0. Who scored? Højlund. Oh, hey! Højlund's got a goal. Fucking hell. I thought Man United were struggling without a striker as well, but their striker's actually scored a goal. But yeah, look, we go into the international break now for, how long is that? 2 weeks? The next game's on the 1st of April. So we're on the 16th. How many weeks is that? It's about 2 weeks, isn't it? Yeah, about that. And we play on the 3rd of April at home against Tottenham, who today lost against Fulham 2-0. No idea how Ange Postecoglou's still got a job as well. Unbelievable. We play them again. We play them at Stamford Bridge. I'm expecting a win. When you look at our remaining fixtures for Chelsea, we've got to try and work out how we're going to finish in the top 4. Tottenham at home. For me, that's a win. Brentford away. Bearing in mind we haven't beat Brentford since 2020. Brentford away since 2021, I think. I saw a stat on it earlier. I'm gonna say a draw. I'm gonna say a draw, but that's a reluctant draw. Then we've got the Conference League playoffs, and then we've got Ipswich at home. We better fucking win that game. After losing to them away, we better win that game. So that's 6 points or 7 points I've got there on the board. Then Fulham away, that's going to be a tough game. Fulham have had a very good season. We're going to have to be on it. The only saving grace is that after this international break, we should have quite a few of our players back. Lavia, Nicholas Jackson should be back. I'm not sure about Madueke. Don't know what's going on with Mudryk. His B sample must have come back and they're just not saying anything. Because who waits that long for a B sample? Fulham away. I'm going to say draw. That's 8 points. Chelsea versus Everton at home. I'm going to say win. That's 11 points. Chelsea at home against Liverpool. That's a loss. Newcastle away. That's a loss. Chelsea Man United. That's a draw. That's 13 points. And then Nottingham Forest away on the last game of the season. All to play for that game. Gonna have to show some bottle when it really matters. A big game. Every big game this season, we ain't performed. I'm gonna say that's a loss. So out of all of them games, we pick up 13 points. That will put us on 63 points. 62 points, sorry. 62 points. My maths is terrible. So that's 1 point off of what we had last season. 62 points. Let's see where that gets us. But yeah, guys, if you're tuning in, please drop a like on the video. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about what's going on at Chelsea at the moment. What do you think about this team? What do you think about Enzo Maresca? Are you one of his lover boys? Infatuated with him? Infatuated with this team? Are you all about progress, or are you about results and what you see here right now? And what you're seeing on the pitch? Are you happy with how we're performing? Because as you can see, I'm not. I think it's shit. But let me know in the comments. So if you're new to the channel, sub to the channel. Much appreciated that. I'm trying to get to 100 within the next month or so. And we go from there. Slow progress, but it is what it is. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one, which is going to be quite a while. But check out my other streams anyway. Thanks.